Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Wednesday. Our own natural gas reserves, the largest in the world, can provide us with more energy than all the oil in Saudi Arabia. T. Boone Pickens said this in an excerpt from a 2009 YouTube video. Based on my personal knowledge and research on T. Boone, and I agree with his philosophy on alternative energy exploration and energy conservation, and I have a great admiration for his numerous philanthropic endeavors. T. Boone Pickens' training as a geologist and his strong entrepreneurial spirit has enabled him to study a situation, determine the possibilities, then work diligently to maximize the outcome. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about T. Boone's early years and how they were rooted deeply in oil and gas, and about his philosophy behind the Pickens Plan, and about his numerous philanthropic endeavors. T. Boone Pickens was born in the oil town of Holdenville, Holdenville, Oklahoma, in 1928, and his father was an oil and mineral landman, and his mother ran the Office of Price Administrations that was responsible for gasoline rationing in World War II. And at the early age of 12, T. Boone Pickens reportedly took his paper route from 26 papers to 158 quickly. And this was an example of a philosophy that he would use, a business practice he would use later in life to acquire quickly by acquisition. T. Boone Pickens graduated from Oklahoma A&M, which is now known as OSU, in 1951. And he went to work pretty soon after that for Phillips Petroleum. But just 5 short years later, he founded Mesa Petroleum. And he's been a primary entity in oil and gas ever since. And some 50-odd years later, in July of 2008, he rolled out the Pickens Plan. And his basic philosophies behind that were twofold. Number one was to preserve the environment for future generations and to lessen America's dependency on foreign oil and foreign energy sources. And he concluded that we could take America's own natural gas resources and use it as a primary transportation fuel with a strong emphasis on commercial vehicles. And he also wanted to develop wind energy in the natural wind corridor that stretches from North Texas all the way up to the Canadian border. And it was his conclusion that those two sources could really, if not solve America's energy or dependence on foreign oil, but really dramatically impact it. Okay, and I lost my place. Okay, moving right along. Maybe. Sorry. Okay. Throughout the years, T. Boone Pickens remains still one of the foremost advocates for a comprehensive energy plan for the United States. And although he spent in excess of $100 million to promote and launch the Pickens Plan, he still continues to be a record-setting philanthropist. In a speech written for the 2006 North Texas Entrepreneurial Society, Pickens was quoted as saying, "I firmly believe one of the reasons I was put on this earth was to make money and be generous with it. And the more generous I am, the more I get in return." His $700 million donation to I said that wrong, his $7 million donation to the American Red Cross was the single largest donation in the organization's history. And with his Mesa Petroleum employees together, they donated in excess of $7 million to the Hurricane Katrina Relief Fund. But what's near and dear to my heart is, as of 2009, he has donated over $500 million to Oklahoma State University, equally split between academics and athletics. In T. Boone Pickens' second book, this first million is, or excuse me, the first billion is the hardest, he's quoted as saying that, I'm going to start over on that one. T. Boone Pickens was destined for success at an early age, and at 83 he still continues to impact in the areas of business, renewable energy development, and philanthropy. And in an excerpt from T. Boone's first book, not his second book, The Luckiest Man in the World, T. Boone said, "Concentrate on achieving your goals, not increasing the size of your organization, and finding the best people who do the job better than you do, and then let them do it." I don't want to watch that on YouTube.